this was really early kind of in my voiceover career, so I didn't really have a mic. I recorded it in my parents' closet. I set up a bunch of blankets to make sure
Just
that
to
the sound was nice.
Keep the echoes away.
Yeah, recording it from a phone.
Yeah.
So I didn't have a mic or a professional setup or anything.
Yeah.
While I was, waiting to hear back, I auditioned for other things, and I got the role for this show called Sweet Tooth, which is also, I think, Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
That shot in New Zealand. So I flew to New Zealand. I didn't hear back from Merry Little Batman. Then I hear back while I'm in New Zealand.
Welcome to the Warner Brothers Lot. I'm Jonathon Buckley, and this is A Lot More. Bat Fam is a brand new animated series that takes a look inside Gotham's most famous family, in particular, Batman's adorable son, Damian Wayne. And luckily for us, we get to sit and chat with the very talented voice artist that brings little Batman to life, Yonas Kibreab. Yonas, thank you for joining us.
Yes, thank you for having me.
This must be an exciting moment for you, I imagine.
Super. I've never been in a podcast before.
Oh, no, I don't mean our podcast. No, this is probably the least exciting moment. I'm talking about the fact that we're just a few days away now from, as we record this, from the premiere of Bat Fam.
Yes.
Which is, it's kind of your new world that you've created, isn't it? I mean, you've had some history with the Merry Little Batman, which I just watched and was...
Do you like it?
Oh, what's not to like? It's
Awesome.
so much fun.
Awesome.
So much fun. But now we get to expand on the character of Damian Wayne.
Yeah.
Damian Wayne is Bruce Wayne's son?
Yeah.
So Bruce Wayne has a son too. Was it Talia al Ghul?
Yes.
Ra's al Ghul. I had
Ra's
to read
al
about
Ghul is my
your
grandpa. Yeah. Pat,
which
Pat.
is Pat.
Yeah.
Which is awesome because he's normally like, a bit of a bad dude, but in this series.
Well, he still is, but he's better.
He's better. Yeah. So it was Ra's al Ghul's daughter, Talia al Ghul, and Damian Wayne is...
He's the son of Bruce Wayne.
The son of Bruce Wayne and Talia al Ghul.
Yeah.
According to law. This is what I've just been sort of reading up on, trying to figure it all out.
Don't quote me on that.
Yeah. So Damian Wayne, who's little Batman.
Yeah.
And you kind of introduced him to the world in a mainstream in Merry Little Batman. Is this something that you always wanted to do?
Yeah. I mean, I never really thought that it would come to this. I'll go back a little bit in time, right? So I was around 8 playing tennis. And I made tennis Instagram videos, funny videos, right?
Yeah.
I made Vine videos before Vine went away.
Yep.
I made those videos with my dad. My dad helped me edit them. And then USTA saw these videos, which is US Tennis Association.
Right.
And they gave me a job to go to the US Open in New York and interview different tennis players as a kid caster. So it was me and one more kid, and we were just going around the U.S. Open interviewing different tennis players.
Yeah.
Crazy experience. I'm like, wow, I never thought making social media videos would come to this. Fast forward a little bit later, I got an agent. Then the agent told me that I should try auditioning for commercials. I tried auditioning for commercials, and I booked my first commercial. I think it was a headphone commercial. And then I moved to TV shows, movies, and then later got a voiceover agent, and now we're here.
That is a really interesting
Very
story.
unorthodox, but yeah.
So you've been auditioning fairly regularly for stuff, and you've done some live action stuff as well.
Yeah.
Do you have one that you enjoy a little bit more, the voice work or the on-camera work?
It's hard because I would say with voice work, it's much more complicated than on camera, right? Because, I don't know how it was before kind of COVID, but from what I heard, you record by yourself in the studio kind of after COVID happened.
Yeah.
It's much harder because when you're doing a voiceover, there's nobody to react off of. There's no other actors versus on camera. If you're auditioning, if you get further enough in the audition process, there's a thing called a chemistry test where they test different actors who they're also considering. They put together this ensemble, and they see the chemistry between all of you guys. But with voiceover, they don't really have that. So you kind of have to put these scenarios in your head of how my character Damian is feeling and really pretend like there's another actor there with you.
Yeah.
So I would say, I like both, but yeah, I don't know. I couldn't really choose, to be honest.
You've done so many really cool jobs as a voice actor
Thank
now.
you.
Like for your age, I just really feel like you've sort of solidified yourself as quite the voice star now. Do you remember your audition for Little Batman?
I think so, yeah. It was... So first, the movie Merry Little Batman
Yes.
was the first thing I auditioned for, and then they made the show out of it. But yeah, I think this was really early kind of in my voiceover career, so I didn't really have a mic, right?
Yeah.
I recorded it in my parents' closet. I set up a bunch of blankets to make sure
Just
that
to
the sound was nice.
Keep the echoes away.
Yeah, recording it from a phone.
Yeah.
So I didn't have a mic or a professional setup or anything.
Yeah.
I recorded it from my dad's phone, and then I didn't hear back for a while. But while I was, waiting to hear back, I auditioned for other things, and I got the role for this show called Sweet Tooth, which is also, I think, Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
That shot in New Zealand. So I flew to New Zealand. I didn't hear back from Merry Little Batman. Then I hear back while I'm in New Zealand.
Mm-hmm.
And this was prime COVID, like I think 2020, 2021, somewhere in between though. And I had to quarantine in New Zealand in a hotel for 10 days. I'm like, this must feel like what prisoners are like, because
100%.
we couldn't go outside.
What were you doing for fun?
Nothing. I mean, we got to go outside, right? But
Yeah.
there was like a loop around. We got to go around
some
the loop
exercise.
for an hour. That was it. And we got COVID tested every day.
Yeah.
Went all the way up I felt it in my brain.
Yeah, yeah.
During then, I finally got a callback for Merry Little Batman. And before we went to New Zealand, I got a mic, just in case, because we might need it. So I got the mic. I recorded I got the callback on Zoom with Sarah Noonan, casting director. She's really nice. We did the Zoom callback. It went great. And then I finally got the role for Merry Little Batman, Damian Wayne.
What did that feel like?
I was super excited. I'm like, wow, I'm going to be working on 2 Warner Brothers things at the same time.
Yeah.
And I think I was around 12 or 13 years old. That was a crazy experience for me.
I bet. Were you a big fan of Batman?
I wouldn't say I was like the biggest fan. I didn't know all the lore of everything, but I
Yeah.
definitely got into it more after getting the role because I had to do a lot more research, kind of watch more Batman movies, but it just gave me an excuse to watch more. So
Sounds like it's a lot of fun.
Super.
And does anyone in your family help you with your auditions? So sometimes when I do a little bit of work like this, I'll work with my wife and we'll just practice it with each other. Do you do that at home with your family? Do you practice? Has somebody else got the acting chops?
Well, it's funny because none of my family actually works in this business. My mom is a preschool teacher and my
Yep.
dad works in finance.
Okay.
So my dad and my mom definitely do help me with my auditions because when I'm doing on camera, I need a reader. So my dad was reading. And even though he has the script, he still makes mistakes. So I'm
Yeah.
like, Dad, come on, Dad. But yeah, my dad helps me sometimes when I have to memorize my lines. My mom helps me read them. And when I do voiceover auditions, my dad's usually the sound guy, the sound engineer. So
He's the technical guy.
yeah, my parents definitely do help me a lot. I don't think I would have been able to do it without them.
So where do you think you get it from, this skill that you've got?
I don't know, to be honest. I think I was always kind of an outgoing person when I was younger, and I kind of had a good personality, I heard, and I guess it definitely maybe carried on to that.
I think you can hear that when we watch the series. I think you can hear it with Little Batman. What did your
you.
friends think? Well, I should probably ask, do your friends know or do you keep it under wraps like Bruce Wayne?
I wish I could keep it under wraps like Bruce Wayne,
Yeah.
but I'm not as cool as Bruce Wayne.
Oh,
so.
come on.
But no, yeah, my friends definitely know. They were the first people to know.
Really?
My friends and my older sister. I tell them everything, kind of the process. If I get a callback or I'm auditioning for this, and yeah, my friends are definitely my number one hype man. Like
I
they're
was
always
going to say, they must be
Yeah.
just like cheering you on. They
Yeah,
must
yeah.
Be, is it tricky when you're, let's say, hanging out with your pals and they're like, okay, what's going to happen? Are you allowed to tell them, or is it because sometimes they can get strict in this business? You're not allowed to say anything to anybody. It's everyone wants to know.
I don't say anything.
Oh,
Like,
You
at
can-
all.
Nothing to anyone ever.
Yeah,
Gotcha. That's fair.
yeah.
This year has been, I feel like it's been a busy one for you, hasn't it? Like, I just looking at some of your credits, because you've done stuff for Pixar, you've done stuff for the Disney, you've obviously doing a lot for Warner Brothers. Has it been exciting? Has it been stressful or overwhelming?
I wouldn't say it's overwhelming or stressful. Mostly
No?
just fun.
Fun?
They refer to it as your job, but for me, it's more of just like fun.
Playtime.
You have to really enjoy it to like do it a lot.
Yeah.
And yeah, I really enjoy it. So I never really feel stressed, overwhelmed. It's really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So obviously we're outside of COVID now. You're going into studios now to read lines, so you get to work
Thankfully,
opposite
yes.
people.
Still, I haven't really recorded. I mean, with Merry Little Batman or Bat Fam, I don't think I recorded at all with any of them. It was funny because we were doing a bunch of interviews for Bat Fam,
Yeah.
and that was the first time I met I met Bobby Moynihan, London, you know, and they were really great. But I think that was really the first time I've ever met them.
All right. So I was watching an episode where you're. It was a good episode where you were teaming up with Man Bat, Bobby Moynihan's character.
Yeah.
And it was hilarious, obviously. It was hilarious. And I felt like it would have been so hard to be in the same room as someone like Bobby Moynihan because he's so funny.
Yeah.
So you guys did that at separate times.
Yeah, but you would have never known, right?
I had no idea. But that's a remarkable talent to be able to do that.
Yeah.
And did you get taught by anybody to do this?
No, not really. I think, sometimes I do on a show that I worked on a long time ago, I did get to record with, I think, 2 other kids my age.
Yep.
And I would say that's definitely harder than, because you don't get as much work done as you would kind of by yourself. But I kind of, it did work out. Like the chemistry between all of us worked out like really good.
Yep.
So I kind of just like imagined that if me and Bobby were in the same studio, I can just imagine myself laughing because I remember when I met him in New York for Comic-Con.
Yeah.
He was just cracking jokes all the time. He's a super funny guy.
He's a funny guy.
Yeah, you kind of just have to imagine like you're in that scenario. But no, I never really got a teacher for that.
I feel like this is. I just feel like this is a really cool thing that you get to do as a living. Do you pinch yourself sometimes and just think to yourself, like, "Gosh, how did this happen?"
To be honest, yeah. I mean, like sometimes I'm just thinking, those shower thoughts. Yeah, like I never really thought that doing these tennis videos would come to this. But yeah, definitely a pinch me moment. Like when I book a role. I'm just always so grateful, because it's a really fun thing to do, and it's definitely a treat to do because I really enjoy,
Do you still do the videos?
No, I haven't in a long time because I haven't really had time to play tennis in a while.
Yep.
But I do make like some funny videos here and there, but not tennis related. Sometimes like parodies or yeah.
How is school going? So is that something that you've got to juggle nowadays? Because you're pretty sought after. You're a busy guy.
Yeah, I think I started doing online school since 4th grade.
Okay.
That's kind of when my career started picking up a little bit. And that's also when COVID happened. So it was like perfect timing. Everybody was on Zoom already. I would say it's kind of in between. Like it's not too hard, but it's not also easy because sometimes you'll come home from like a 3-4 hour day in the studio and then you're like tired, don't want to do anything.
Yeah.
But I still have like my chemistry work to do or my math work to do. But at the end of the day, you kind of have to get it done, so.
Are they tiring days? Because I know that your character, and a show like this is so energetic.
Yeah.
You have to come in and it's just like, wow, and it's up and it's down.
Yeah.
Are they really tiring days? You do 4 or 5 hours?
Well, I don't think I'm legally allowed to do 4 or 5 hours, but thankfully, I don't know if I would survive that.
Yeah.
But especially for like a super energetic show like you were saying, like sometimes I'll have to scream or I'll have to do like a bunch of goofy laughs like 10 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the end I'm definitely a little bit tired.
Does that get hard on the throat when you're doing all the screaming ones?
Yeah, it does. But usually what my trick is, like we save it all for the end and do all like the efforts, the running stuff at the end.
So the grunting and the screaming and all that.
Yeah.
How do you prepare for that?
Okay, so like for a running one, for example, right? Sometimes I will like do some push-ups, some jumping jacks.
Oh,
kinda,
so
like,
you'll
get my
actually
breath
get your
up. Yeah.
heart rate up.
Because then it kind of sounds more like real. It sounds, like it's actually happening.
Yep.
For a laugh, just think of something funny.
What about for a scream?
For a scream. What kind of scream are we talking like?
Like a terrified scream, like you're about to fall off of a building.
I kind of just imagine that I'm about to fall off a building. Like if the animation is done and they'll show it to me before, I'll be like, wow, that's very scary. Like okay, I'm about to fall off a cliff. And then
So you get to see it sometimes as you're doing it or while you're doing it?
Yeah, sometimes I do, but most of the time not really because usually the animators animate off of your voice, is what I was told. But sometimes, like, there are some clips that are done, and I get to see them, which is really fun. But so far, I haven't seen too much. Like, I've only seen a few clips here and there. So I'm super excited for the show to come out because I've only seen the first episode.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, it's very good so far. I've been lucky to
Awesome.
see a few episodes. They send me the sneak
Lucky
peek. and
duck.
It's a great series, and that's why I
Awesome.
was saying earlier. I think you should. I think you should be excited. I think this is going to be very well received because it's kind of fun, isn't it? It's like
Yeah.
it is Batman, but then it's very family orientated as well. It's got like a family sitcom vibe to it.
Yeah, it's like you never really see kind of what these characters are like when their masks are off.
Yeah.
Like Bruce as a dad
Yeah.
with the beard and a dad bod. Like
Yeah.
you never really expected that to happen.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite type of thing to read? So when you get your script and you're looking at it and you're like, oh, I have to do something pretty emotional today, because there's some heartfelt stuff in there as
Yeah.
well. Is there stuff that you find easier or more fun versus some things that you might find more challenging?
Definitely, yeah. I've always found kind of like the emotional scenes to be more challenging because usually it's kind of in the middle or at the end. It's not really in the beginning. And in the beginning, it's super high energetic, like super fun and happy. And then all of a sudden, Damian's crying. I'm like, guys, come on. You did this on purpose.
Yeah.
But I say like kind of the transition between happy to sad and then happy again is kind of complicated. But definitely the more emotional scenes are more complicated. And then like the super energetic, fun, funny scenes, those are the more fun ones for me.
It's a tricky skill that you've got. Some people might be mistaken to think that it's an easy thing to do, going in and doing voiceover, and it's a real skill. I think you should be very proud of yourself because
Thank you.
you're creating some really cool stuff.
Thank you.
What would you say if somebody said to you right now, like, what could I expect from BatFam? How would you explain it to them?
I would tell them in 3 words that they would be laughing. It's a very like funny show, heartfelt, and goofy. Like there's a lot of goofy characters, like Man Bat, one of my favorites.
Yeah.
But they can expect to laugh, maybe cry.
Okay.
Who knows?
Yeah. Do you feel like this is going to be an animated series that's going to continue on and be part of your life for a long time?
I really hope so.
Yeah.
Because like there's some things that I've worked on that maybe I won't watch like consistently, but this show, like, it seems really cool. I would definitely watch it because it gives off like Cartoon Network vibes.
Absolutely.
And I
yeah.
watched a lot of Cartoon Network.
Okay. All right. Well, I've got a couple of quick ones before we get out of here. A couple of simple fun ones for you.
Okay.
If you could play any other superhero or villain in the DC universe, who would you like to play?
I think I played a superhero. I would want to play a supervillain. I think maybe like the Riddler seems really cool, or Joker.
The Riddler or the Joker?
Yeah.
Challenging though.
Yeah.
Challenging.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That would be really cool.
If Damian Wayne had a day off, what do you think he would do for fun?
Get into a lot of trouble, and probably, I would say, like hang out with his best friends. Wait, can I say the names?
Yeah.
Trudy and Judy.
Trudy and
Yeah,
Judy.
yeah.
Yeah.
That would be really fun.
I think that sounds like a lot of fun. So you've done lots of different ones. Like I said, you've done action and you've done heartfelt. Do you have a favorite one that you like to do?
Definitely action.
Action.
I'm a very like action. That's my favorite thing to watch: action movies, action TV shows. So I would definitely pick action.
Okay. Which brings me to my next question, which
Okay.
is, do you have any ninja skills of your own?
Ninja skills. I definitely always thought that I was a ninja and I was super like sneaky and quiet, but my parents said that that's not the case.
That you,
And my sister, I have an older sister, kind of how Damien is with Claire.
Yes.
And I always try to like play pranks on her, but she always sees it coming from a mile away. I don't know how. Maybe that's just like the sister like sense.
yeah, they
But,
could just pick up on it. Yeah.
It's pretty annoying.
Okie dokie.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite animated show
Favorite animated show. Like right now or just of all?
of all time? Even going back before you even did any kind of voiceover.
There was this show that I watched like a long time ago that's getting a lot of recognition now called Pocoyo.
Pocoyo.
Yeah, it's like this little like guy in a blue suit. Have you heard of it?
I have to. Have you heard of it? No, I haven't. I'm gonna have to. Well,
That's
now
a
I'm gonna have to
really
go and have a look.
underrated show. But
Okay.
I think like right now that I still kind of watch Teen Titans Go. That's
Teen
a
Titans
really
Go?
good one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love that show.
Fantastic. Would you ever have you auditioned for that yet?
Not yet, but who knows?
Who knows? I feel like there's a chance here.
Casting
at some point.
directors.
This
me
is a selfish question, and I'm
Okay.
going to ask this from you from an intergenerational perspective.
Okay.
Because I'm an older guy now.
Okay.
I heard some devastating news this morning.
Oh.
I heard that these shoes, Nike Air Force One, are considered a dad shoe now.
What?
Is that true, or is that
Okay, I'm gonna teach you some new lingo.
Yeah.
I would say that is cap.
That's cap.
Yeah, so like that's a lie.
It's a lie.
Yeah, I would say like a lot of people still wear Air Forces.
Well, that's what I thought too. So
Yeah.
I'm not, even though I just became a dad, so technically it would be true. But so I'm still safe to wear these for a while now.
Yeah.
Okay, but my
That
jeans are too skinny, right?
Yeah, you should get them baggier.
Baggy.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Superpower you wish you had in real life.
Ooh, I would pick like to be super smart, like 100% of my brain power.
Wow, like
Yeah.
Magneto kind of.
I saw this movie called Lucy. Have you seen that movie?
I feel like I have.
She like
Remind me.
unlocks like 100% of her brain power. She's like incredibly smart.
Yep.
Yeah, I
Yep.
would do that.
You would do that?
Because then, after I come home from a recording, the school would be easy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So you can just
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
done with that. What's something surprising about voice acting that maybe people like myself outside wouldn't realize?
I would say, kind of like what we were talking about, that usually you're the only one in the studio because a lot of the times, like, even my mom didn't really know until she asked, not recently, but kind of like when I was starting it out. She asked me, like, oh, what's that person like? Or what's that person like? I'm like, I don't know. Like, I've never met them before.
And moving forward, what else have we got coming up? Because I feel like you've got so many cool things happening right now, it's almost hard to keep track of. What's going on?
Super cool. I have these two independent movies that are coming out. One is a voiceover, one is on camera. The voiceover one is called Pinocchio and the Water of Life. It's kind of like a steampunk version of Pinocchio.
Oh,
Sort of following like the same storyline of Pinocchio, but a little bit different.
Yep.
And then the on camera movie is almost like a musical. It's a movie based off a symphony written by Matteo Messina that he does every year for the Children's Hospital in Seattle.
Yeah.
And yeah, that movie is based off that symphony that he does every year.
Do you do anything musical? Do you sing?
Yeah, I
You do?
sing. I've been singing. I'm Filipino, and if
Yeah.
you didn't know, like Filipino people sing. Like
Yeah.
somehow they're just born singing. Yeah. And I play piano, and I'm learning guitar.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's like there's a lot of talent in this room right now, and it's all here in this chair.
Thank you. You too.
Jonas, this has been so fun. I can't wait to see what's coming up for you and your future. I think you have a very bright future. And I think this series is going to be so much fun. And I can't wait to see the response for
Thank
it.
you for having me.
Of course, you're always welcome to come back as we move forward in the series. We'd love to have a chat with you again. But Bat Fam comes out November 10th. We're shooting
days.
this, obviously, a little bit before then. But yeah, super excited.
Super exciting.
Super excited for you.
Thank
Cheers,
you.
Jonas.